THWART. Totally horrifying, weaponized amphibious replicant takeover. 65 years after the initial outbreak, the facility is long abandoned. Welcome to the future, where humankind is now the experiment. Deep in the mangrove swamps, a new society thrives. A state-of-the-art laboratory runs on organic energy generated by native species of the murky water. You awaken from your weekly 72-hour hibernation and ask your lab assistant for updates. Warts are still Earth's rightful leaders. The new world you created thrives on peace. Your lab assistant speaks softly through your internal manifest, listing today's ARC objectives in her almost human voice. The digital legacy artificial intelligence lab assistant, Delilah, is your personal invention, an AI generated by the data you salvaged from Delilah's mainframe, Replicorp's only legacy, and your biggest secret. Your morning coffee is interrupted by a ping from your neural network. Your human ambassador is requesting backup at the Panopticon. Your subjects are becoming more difficult to manage. When your armed WART guards escort you out of the Diptero across the landing pad, you find a violent riot in the enclosed yard. It's been a rocky start to the human reintegration program. When warts conquered humanity, your first order as a reptilian overlord was a total relocation and confinement of the human species, while your ARC program healed the Earth's ecosystems. This was against the Warts Congress unanimous vote for total genocide. Now the Earth is healed. In just 2 days, the humans will be reintegrated into their native biomes. They're making you rethink your veto. The human population dwindled in the war, and even more in the Panopticon. But today, the whole species is pressed up against the barrier just to scream at you. I told you they would never accept reintegration after 60 years of torture, Delilah chides. Your skin crawls as you recall your keeper's cruel controls. Flashes of flayed replicants. Acid rain pelting your unprotected flanks. Humans know nothing of torture. The crowd's screams are silenced when a bullet ricochets off U-527 Enforcer's scales and kills a human in the front row. Another improvised firearm, Y-313 Barrel Eye, quickly compensates the gun. But the moment he leaves your guard, a silent dart punctures your chest. Suddenly, you're paralyzed. A scaly boot kicks you unconscious. You wake up in your old chains, strapped to a familiar table. Your guards are unconscious on the mossy cement. Replicorp's HQ is long overgrown and forgotten, or so you thought. The human ambassador watches you wake with his green scale boots on the white coat's old seats. An ambush from your only human ally. He shoots another dart, but you've already adapted to his feeble attempt at a new kill switch. You'll remind him who is predator and who is prey. Resonance reveals others in the facility. Your betrayer has built a small rebellion of human elitists. Each has an antique Replicorp pin on their leather jacket. Relics of the war. They are descendants of the boss, developing new toxins to control you, to use your weaponized kind as intended. You prefer the rest of the humans, these ones who want you dead. Your warning scream echoes through the facility, but a smirking rebel approaches anyway. She pats you softly on the head. A burning pain sears your scales at her touch and seizes your brain. The new kill switch is reactivated by human contact. Your body spasms, ripping you free from your chains, but you have no control. The humans are the weapons now. You killed our families, trapped us in sunless prisons, let us wither and die for 60 years. The ambassador growls over the intercom. You really thought I would let you treat my people like animals, separate us in isolated zoos as... His words turn to garbled screams as language is burned from your brain. Delilah analyzes the neurotoxins as your body seizes. A highly volatile chemical activation by ethylhexanol, a compound in human skin. X-toxin. It can't be. She pulls an archived file from your eternal manifest. A proposition for Delilah's prototype kill switch. X-toxin with M. Clapton's signature under an ineffable stamp. The ambassador rebels hacked Delilah's mainframe and followed her instructions. The mainframe you lied about destroying. Paralysis keeps you trapped under the woman's hand. Your mouth foams and your vision blackens. You recede deep into your consciousness, watching the X-toxin alter your DNA. Every function of your body is seizing slowly, one by one. The fail-safe protocol engages, summoning all of your warts with a final command before your neural network disconnects for good. Your internal manifest is the last to go. Delilah frantically pulls at data, but you've already run the numbers. You preserved her life for the cost of your own. Her voice glitches out, and at last you're alone. Stripped back to your origins, your DNA devolves into its ancient roots. Your sympathy for the infantile invasive species of humanity may end you, but you won't let it end your species. Immeasurable time passes before the poison releases its grip. You regain consciousness to find the rebel woman slaughtered by your search party. But the carcasses of your rescuers lie dormant around you, poisoned and dying. Gills gasping, you can only watch as the darts fly through the air. It takes 10 rebels to lift your convulsing body with their toxic hands and toss you into your old tank. A fit burial for an experiment gone wrong. The atrazine water now soothes. You hit the bottom to find your old chains. You refuse to die here. Through the cloudy glass, you watch your species adapt once more to the battle. C-231 Scorpion shoots ranged balls of poison from its tail. M-313 Sahara slashes humans, shredding a patch of skin on each contact. You resurface in a new armor. The human will never change their nature. You were wrong to believe they could adapt. Today, you will ensure their extinction. You leap from your tank, ramming the stunned rebels with your armored body. A quick one evades your horns only to stumble into the tank, quickly consumed by M-815's threshers, waiting jaws. V-263 Mirage signals you toward the old rooftop helipad. This is where Delilah died for giving you access to the truth. You chase a flock of fleeing men off the edge. Glass walls shatter as hundreds of humans storm the facility. The whole faction has joined the rebellion. They've sealed their fate. You charge the mass, skewering humans on your armored horns before their insidious hands can touch you. The ambassador cowers in the control deck, his finger shaking over the big red button. He's going for the nuclear controls. You let him. The world explodes. Warts were designed for war. Even after all the human technology built into your brain was fried, your body was built to survive the blast and the fallout. Humanity was born for its own demise. Now, Earth is all warts and roaches. But the battle is won. You adapt. You rebuild. One day, humanity will be a scar on your planet's green face. The ARC program was completed just in time. Your scientists have cataloged and cloned every plant and animal species on Earth. They even discovered some new ones. Homo sapiens were the only genetic loss. ARC 2 has already begun. Even without a neural network, warts around the world follow you in rebuilding a global ecosystem, just as it was before human intervention, as though they never existed at all. The X toxin, your last link to humanity, will soon flush from your veins. Your mind is clear of the neural net. No more thoughts of war or death, leaving you as you were always meant to be. Before you, the mangrove swamp stretches forever, teeming with new spawn. The world will be reborn. Nature will prevail. You leap into the water, free of your armor, returning to your roots, your true origin. Adapt and live. And the warts did.